Yo, what is going on, you guys? Bashtian here, and today I'm super excited to bring you guys these three must-know, must-have, must-master super heavy samurai combos for post Cyberstorm access, which is coming out in a little over a week, guys. So let me fix my camera real quick. This is something we're gonna have to make sure we have everything up and running. Okay, we can see my full self there. All right, so super heavy samurai is going to be absolutely ridiculous. Now, I'm going to show you guys three of the best combos, most consistent, most insanely groundbreaking combos that you have ever seen right here in this video. And at the end of the video, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the deck list. You can actually make all these three combos for you guys. First off, we're going to do the Naturia Exterio combo with the Super Heavy Samurais. The second one I'm going to show you guys is going to be the one that ends on Appaloosa Baron. It's going to end on Borreload Savage Dragon. And then the last combo I'm going to show you guys is Jesse Cotton's very own hand loop combo that he showed you guys on his channel about a week or 2 weeks ago. If you guys have not seen it, make sure you guys go check out his video on it first. This is really just going to be showing you guys how the combo works, where is really the choke points, where you want to make sure you don't misplay it, because there's a very niche things that you have to go ahead and keep track of in each one of these combos, guys. So make sure you go ahead and check that out as well. Just go ahead and quick disclaimer, I did not create these combos. I just want to go ahead and facilitate them for you guys in order to make them more easily accessible. So I will leave links in the description for the original combo makers, and so you guys can go ahead and check them out as well. But without further ado, let's get on with combo number one, ending with Naturia Exterio. So guys, we have here the Super Heavy Samurai Soul Piercer, and any discard in your deck is going to be absolutely fine, guys. I'm going to hit play. Now, the fantastic thing about Soul Piercer, before I fully get into it and why this is really demanding a much higher price point than it really should. No, that's poorly worded. This is why this card is worth picking up for the current price point, which I think is like $5-6. I think crazy, even though it's common, but whatever. So this card, each and every single time this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you get to search any super heavy samurai monster from your deck to your hand, not once per turn. So that's already ridiculous. Thank you, Konami. So we're gonna go ahead and normal summon this guy off, link him off into our Scarecrow. It's gonna be able to search us a bike, activate the effective bike to get us into our brand new card coming out of Cyberstorm access, which is the Prodigy Wakasushi, whatever his name is. So he allows you to go ahead and get the other scale from deck. And even if you get Nibiru, guys, in the middle of this combo, the way that the combo is sequenced, you should get Nibiru before you Pendulum Summon. So if you have other cards in your hand, you can still go off and do other things with that as well. But that's going to be a little bit further down the line. I just want to go ahead and point that out to you guys. Super Heavy Samurai is ridiculous. So it's going to be getting out your other scale for Benkei, summoning that guy out. Benkei is going to be able to search you guys the Soul Piercer or Soul Peacemaker, right? And then what you're going to be doing is you're going to activate Scarecrow, which lets you discard to special summon a Super Heavy Samurai from the grave. So you're going to go ahead and do this exact same position right here. And this is how pretty much all Super Heavy Samurai combos are going to start off. You're going to go this route in order to be able to get access to the Axel Synchro Stardust Dragon, because this allows you to get into Baron. So this synchro line right here, so you have your Prodigy, you have your Soul Piercer, and you're going to be synchro summoning with those two. That gets you 3 effects right off the bat. And here's how you sequence them. Chainlink 1, you're going to activate your Axel Synchro Stardust Dragon in order to special summon your Super Heavy Samurai bike from your graveyard. You're going to activate Soul Piercer, Chainlink 2, to go ahead and search whatever you want from your deck. And Chainlink 3, you're actually going to be able to get your Prodigy Wakushi in order to be able to place him back in the Pendulum Zone. That way this play is completely unashable, unghost bellable, and is really good right off the bat. So go ahead and take it away. 1, 2, 3. Wakushi is going to go ahead and put himself there. We get to search Wagon, and then we get to go ahead and synchro into the bear on the floor. So a very big point to go ahead and point out right here is that you want to make sure you activate your bike before you Synchro Summon into Axel Synchro Stardust Dragon, because if you don't, then you won't have that level 2 in the grave in order to special summon. I did mess up a few times with that while playtesting, so it is something to keep up here in the big noggin for you guys. Alright guys, so now we have Baron on the board, so now we are Nibiru proof from here on out, baby. So we're going to go ahead and activate Soul Peacemaker and equip it to the Scarecrow. Go ahead and continue on with our plays. We're going to tribute off the Scarecrow special summon Scales, which is why this card is also getting bought out as well. If you guys not see my market watches, make sure you go ahead and do that right away. So you get Scales. Scales going to get you another Soul Peacemaker as well. And you go ahead and link both of them off into a Cleave Fort Genius. So again, this deck is going to be able to do perfectly show you guys all 3 combos. Just go ahead and keep that in mind for right now. Okay, so we have Genius on board. Soul Peacemaker is going to be able to allow us to add a Super Heavy Samurai Constable, which is I don't see used very much. This is really cool. So in this guy, if you use normal special summon, you get to add a face-up Machine Pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. If you have no spell traps in your graveyard, you can tribute this card, special summon one Earth Machine monster with 1500 attack or less attack from your hand or graveyard. So we're going to go ahead and hit play on this. Pendulum summon out. There we go. Keep it going. You really don't have to summon him out in attack position. You could really just go ahead and summon him out, summon the Wagon in defense position, and then activate his effect later. Put him in the face-up attack position to get the search. But you know, it is what it is. There's a little extra with there. So then we go ahead and get the additional search for another brand new of the Super Heavy Samurai cards. So we have the additional Extender Soul Gaia, really good one as well. And we also have the Regulus. So already we are in prime position right here, guys, to go ahead and take off. So we're going to just go ahead and equip the Gaia, which allows us to special summon the Gaia. And then we are going to special summon, I should say, our Soul Peacemaker. And we're going to go ahead and summon Gear Gigant X. So this is a card that is not very widely used, or it hasn't been in a very long time until now, of course. Because what is a machine that we can definitely go ahead and search out, guys, of course, is Cyberstorm. So that's fun, right? So Cyberstorm is an insanely good card, and this was going to be able to facilitate the Naturia Exterio play for us as well. So we're actually going to go ahead and link off into our gadgets, platinum gadgets, and this is going to be able to go ahead and allow us to search out the Super Heavy Samurai Spy when we send Soul Peacemaker to the graveyard, right? So we're going to summon the Regulus. That's what I absolutely love about this combo. I mean, you would just abuse all these combos, really. You just abuse Soul Peacemaker so much. So you get Soul Peacemaker there as well. You're able to go ahead and special summon out your Cyberstorm, get your Naturia Exterio for free, which already you are winning, right? So you got your IP right here, you got your Platinum Gadget, you got your Regulus Negate, and we're just going to go ahead and do just a little bit extra just because Baron can go ahead and pop your Soul Peacemaker to get you another card to your hand, and then you're ending right here, guys, with a Regulus Negate, a Baron Negate. You have IP that you can go into with the Samurai Spy and the Platinum Gadget to get a 3 Negate Appaloosa. You have Naturia Exterio, you have your Bike in hand as a follow-up for next turn. It's all with a 1.5 card combo of just starting out with the Soul Peacemaker and any single other discard. I think this is absolutely ridiculous. I believe this should be where it ends. There you go, that's where it ends. So that's awesome. That's absolutely ridiculous if we can go ahead and make this gigantic board with just 1 card and 1 discard fodder. That, of course, is not where the combos end, guys. There's multiple different ways to go ahead and end this, and if you guys want to go ahead and do a different route, we can definitely go ahead and do that as well. Let's go ahead and kick it off in the combo number 2. Alright guys, so for combo number 2, you just need Super Heavy Samurai Bike in your hand, and then any discard. I just want to go ahead and stimulate my hand, so I have 3 Nibs and Effect Veiler in my opening hand to go ahead and do this, guys. So we're going to start this out very similarly to how we've done in the past. Activate, search the Prodigy effect, get Benkei, search the Soul Peacemaker, normal summon, link, search. It's all pretty standard so far, guys. Let's go ahead and keep that going. Go ahead and summon out the XL Synchro Dragon. Same exact ratios as before, right? So chain links 1, 2, 3. Pendulum summon, search, special, go into Baron right away. There you go. And you get to go ahead and activate this, equip, tribute, search, special summon Scales, search. There you go. So this time we're going to be going into Ancient Gear Ballista. Why are we going into this card, you might be asking? Let me show you guys real quick. So Ballista has the amazing effect to go ahead and add you any Ancient Gear monster from your deck to your hand. So you guys should go ahead and activate the effect to search out Ancient Gear box, which is funny enough really good because it lets you search any monster at 500 attack and or defense. So we are getting an Infinitrack Tunneler, which activates itself. It's like a Pot of Avarice without having to pay Pot of Avarice. It's a Pot of Avarice for Earth machines, I believe. Yeah, target 5 Earth machines in your grave, shuffle them, draw 2 cards. So you're getting immediate advantage off of this as well. Being able to recur all the combo pieces that you just threw into the graveyard. It's going to be more towards the end of the combo, of course, but it is also a level 5 monster, which will come up here shortly. So let's go ahead and keep it going, guys. We're going to go ahead and summon out the Cleafort Genius, because when 2 machines are summoned over here, of course you get to go ahead and search out your Regulus, which I believe we did in the last combo as well, so just let me keep in mind there also. So we're gonna go straight into a 3 negate Appaloosa right off the bat, guys. Activating the effect, special summoning Regulus as well, getting the Soul Peacemaker, getting rid of the Soul Peacemaker with Baron, summoning out the Gaia, and because the bike is a level 2, but it has the effect where it can make itself a level 4 as well, increasing its level by 2. You're already going to have a level 4 on board. Searching out the Gaia in order to special summon the Gaia after it's been equipped, you get 2 level 4s on board, with 1 being a tuner. All the way this far late into your combo, we already know exactly what we're doing. We're going straight into Borreload Savage Dragon, guys. So we already have the Savage Dragon. We're just doing this for style points at this point, just to see what we're able to go ahead and recur back into our hands. So the Infinitrack gets us to draw 2 at the end of everything, so we can go ahead and make sure that we are replenished for next turn as well. So we are ending this entire combo with 3 original cards we had in our hand, still in our hand, and then 2 draws from our deck, guys. Absolutely ridiculous. So in exchange of the Naturia Exterio and the Appo on your opponent's turn, you're ending this with, of course, the Borreload Savage Dragon, which is in itself a really good boss monster. So it really just depends on which route you want to go. Obviously this route would be a much better route going into time, because you don't have to summon out Cyberstorm and lose out 5,000 life points, but still a really effective combo, really just depending on which style of play you want best. But like I said, this deck list I'm going to show you guys at the end of the video can make all these 3 of these combos happen, guys, so make sure you stay tuned. But without further ado, let's get into combo number 3. Alright, guys, so we are here in combo number 3 for you guys. Now this, like I said before, is Jesse Cotton's actual combo. So if you guys have not checked out his original video, which I'm sure you guys, if you're watching this, have already most likely checked it out, is absolutely ridiculous. It is super valid. It's just very long. So we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna walk you guys through it as best as I can. But if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comment section down below, where we will go ahead and help you guys out. The only 2 cards that are necessary for this combo are gonna be Prodigy Wakasushi or Wakaushi, and then 1 copy of Superheavy Samurai Spry in your hand. So if you happen to see both these in your opening hand, all these 3 cards do not matter. We are not going to be using Cyberstein, we're not going to be using Soul Claw, and we're not going to be using Trumpeter. So let's go ahead and kick this off, guys. It's going to be pretty standard to how we've done it in the past as well, of course. Wakasushi, whatever, get Benkei, get Soul Piercer, normal summon, the standard play at this point that you guys have already seen. So there's really not much explanation there. Discard, special, get the bike in the graveyard, go into Axel, yada. So go ahead and keep going on from there. What I love is how consistent this initial combo is, for you to always be able to get Baron onto the field in such a way that if your opponent wants to Nibiru you before this is what I was talking about before, you still have not Pendulum summoned. In the event this is my opening hand, we're Pendulum summoning everything, okay? Everything's getting Pendulum summoned, and this guy special summons himself for free. So you're summoning out 5 monsters, and you can go ahead and start linking and synchro summoning off as much as you want. So honestly, has the consistently and the grind game there, and the ability to play through huge and heavy hand traps. So let's keep it going, guys. Soul Piercer as well, get Scales effect, get Soul Peacemaker. You already know. We're going to go the exact same route we did prior to, guys. We're going to make sure we get our Gearbox in hand. We got to make sure Gearbox gets us the Infinitrack now, because this is a level 5. I did mention that this was an important part of the combo. It's this combo why it's most important. I'll show you guys here in just a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and special summon out our Super Heavy Samurai Spy to get us our Cleave Genius, which is then gonna allow us to search Regulus, but we'll get to that in just a little bit, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and special summon all 4 of our main combo pieces here. Very important. You gotta summon Wagon. You gotta make sure that this guy is in defense position. I messed this up so many times not doing so. You gotta make sure Wagon is in defense position so you can activate his effect that turns him from defense to attack and then allows you to search. So just a clear heads up there. And because this is a level 5 and a level 4 monster, it is gonna allow us to go into a level 9 synchro play, which if you guys do not know already, you know that this is going to be where the magic happens. So I'll show you guys here just 2 seconds. Bear with me, guys. We're gonna go ahead and search our Regulus, of course. We've got to make a little bit of room here. Get Wagon, search the Gaia, and we are going straight into X-Saber Gothams. Again, one of the oldest Yu-Gi-Oh cards in this. It's been a very long time since X-Sabers was a thing, but this is the card that keeps getting abused. It was abused by this deck. It's been abused by Virtual World. If you guys have not seen my Virtual World hand loop video, make sure you guys definitely go ahead and check that out. It was a video posted about a year and a half, 2 years ago. It was absolutely insane. I'll show you guys the full combo for it, but we're going to activate X-Saber Gotham's effect. So basically what it does, it can distribute any X-Saber monster to rip a card from your opponent's hand at random. So we've got rid of the Trumpeter, again at random. Again, also not a once per turn effect, so we can actually go ahead and use as many times as we want. Now, unfortunately, we don't have any other X-Saber cards that we do play because none of them are really as reliable and as easy to abuse. So we just go ahead and keep summoning this guy out and continue to abuse his effect. So we're gonna go ahead and special summon out the Regulus, activate Baron, pop Soul Peacemaker. Go ahead and get us our another copy of Wagon, which really just is for the next turn, essentially just for follow-up at this point. We're going to summon out that Gaia as well. So Gaia is then going to allow us to have 3 level 4 monsters on the field. So with this, we are going to go into Prime Mathmech Bashtian. I do not know what type of math equation that is, but it doesn't matter what type of math equation that is. We're going to detach 3 to add a level 4 monster from our deck to our hand, and this is where this gets absolutely nutty, and I'm pretty sure only Jesse Cotton would have been able to come up with something crazy nonsense like this. We're going to get rid of all 3 of those cards to search out a Vernasilf card. Yes, Vernasyphilis cards that I 100% claim were absolute doggy doo-doo and garbage cards whatsoever, but they actually have an amazing effect that let you special summon any earth monster from your graveyard anytime you activate one of their effects. So we're going to go ahead and abuse that real quick. So Vernasyphilis, going to go ahead and get rid of that to add another one from the deck to the hand. So we're going to get the Duck. The Duck has an additional effect as well. It's going to be able to search as the other one. But in the meantime, each time you're activating a Vernasilf card effect, you get to special summon any earth from your graveyard. And that's what we're going to go ahead and keep doing. So we already ripped the second card out from our opponent's hand. So we're going to go ahead and just keep it going, guys. Just keep it going. There you go. Activate X-Saber Gothams again. And you go ahead and take it from there. Rip another card from their hand. We are good to go. So before we activate the last one, I do want to go ahead and make sure that we're activating our Infinitrack Tunneler just to make sure we have additional discard fodder in our hand just in case some shenanigans does happen. Also, another thing to keep in mind is that you do want to summon out the Regulus pretty early on in this combo, as early as possible, because after you activate the Vernasilf cards, it really locks you into Earth type effects, which kind of negates the point of having the Baron on board, so just keep that in mind as well. So we're going to go ahead and activate, rip another card from our opponent's hand. Now, unfortunately, we did leave him with the one Prodigy Wakasushi, but it is what it is at that point, guys. We ripped 4 cards from our opponent's hand. We have 2 Omni Negates on board, and we had 2 additional cards in our hand. Our entire starting hand was completely discarded in order to make sure that we're able to get that Vernasilf effects. But we do have, again, the Infinitrack Tunneler, which does get you 2 cards in our hand, essentially activating as Pot of Greed in this deck, which is absolutely ridiculous. I'm pretty sure this card has risen up in value as well, so I'll probably be covering this in our next market watch. Just go ahead and stay tuned for that, but just go ahead and keep that in mind. So that is going to be it for the combos, guys. Here you get to see all the nonsense I was working with previously, but this is the actual deck profile that I was working with in order to make sure that you're able to guarantee yourself each and every single one of these combos, guys. Absolutely everything is here in order to make sure this happens. So we got 3 copies of Prodigy, 3 copies of Soul Piercer. I think I could call it a Soul Peacemaker the entire time. Whatever, you guys know what I mean. So 3 copies of Soul Peacemaker or Soul Piercer, 3 copies of the bike, 1 copy of Scales. You just need it for the 1 special summon and you're good to go. 2 copies of Big Ben K, 2 copies of Wagon, 2 copies of Soul Gaia. I might want to bump this up to 3, but who knows. It is a really good extender, but it is a hard once per turn, so you can really just search it when you need it. 1 copy of your Super Heavy Samurai Constable. Really not a big part of any combo, just really the first one, so leave it at that. I do want to go ahead and potentially add 2 more Super Heavy Samurai Spy. I was going to make the last combo, the hand ripping combo, a lot more consistent, so it is something I want to go ahead and potentially try out as well. 1 copy of your Super Heavy Samurai Soul Claw, 1 copy of Trumpeter, 1 copy of Soul Peacemaker, there you go, 1 copy of Infinitrack Tunneler, 2 copies I should say of Ancient Gear Box, 3 copies of Therion's King Regulus, 1 copy of each of the 3 Verniself cards that we need, 1 Fairy, 1 Fairy, and 1 Duck. Their actual names are Awakening Forest, Flourishing Hills, and Seedlings and Haze. Adorable cards, I will give it that much. 1 copy of Cyberstorm, and then we get to the hand traps, guys. 3 Ash, 3 Impermanent, 3 Nibiru in order to go ahead and round up our decks. So is this going to be the best way to go ahead and play Super Heavy Samurai? I do not think so. Let's go ahead and say that right off the bat. I do not think it's going to be the best way to play it, but I do guarantee this is going to be the highest ceiling way to go ahead and play the deck. The issue with this specific build is that it doesn't give you the immediate access to a lot of the cards you're essentially looking for. It doesn't have the consistency, I want to say, yet in order to get to all 3 of those combos, because essentially we need to make sure that we're seeing Soul Piercer, Wakashi Prodigy, or the bike in our opening hand in order to go full clean combo. So that is something to keep in mind. A way to go ahead and make sure that we're able to get to these cards would be most efficient as well. So if you guys have more consistent versions of Super Heavy Samurai, let me know in the comment section down below, or if you know any specific cards that I can use to go ahead and make this deck even more consistent, let me know in the comment section down below and we can go ahead and take a look at it together, guys. Also, I forgot about the extra deck. 2 copies of Scarecrow, 1 IP, 1 Ancient Gear Ballista, 1 Platinum Gadget, 1 Cleafor Genius, 1 Appaloosa, 1 of your Alabertian, 1 copy of Gear Gigant X, 1 Zeus, 1 XL Synchro Stardust Dragon, 1 Borreload Savage Dragon, 1 X-Saber Gothams, 1 Baron de Fleur, and 1 copy of Naturia Exterio for the extra deck as well. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below regarding this deck. Honestly, it is definitely going to be a tier 1 deck. Pretty ridiculous what it does. Plays around Nibiru, plays through Nibiru, and that's really why we go ahead and really regard as one of the best decks of the format. Here in just about a week or so. Another thing it has going for itself, it plays around evenly matched, being able to get you 2 Omni Negates on the board. Really the best way to go ahead and beat this deck is by having a Lava Golem or a Sphere Mode in hand, because there's no way this deck is just summoning out 1 big monster. But that is going to be it for the video, guys. Let me know again what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.